Did Change for Me by Lynn Red, and it is book 1 in the Alpha's Kiss, and it is a werewolf romance series, so I'm really intrigued for that because I love me some werewolf stories, don't get me wrong. I really do, and I was kind of, I'm trying to think, I want to say Twilight started me off on werewolves, but I really got into like the whole werewolf thing from the True Blood TV series and the Sookie Stackhouse novels, because I read the novels first before the series, but I definitely got into werewolves then. The next book is called Any Red-Blooded Girl by Maggie Bloom, and I believe that book is about, I think, a 15 or 16-year-old girl who her parents have decided that they're not going to let her go on holiday to Europe or wherever it is with her friends, and that she has to go with them, and she thinks that, you know, her life sucks and all this sort of stuff, and then she meets a really, really cute gypsy boy that I believe in the end becomes her boyfriend. And I'm pretty sure that's a standalone book, so I thought that one would be an interesting read. Then I got the Book of Deacon by Joseph R. Lallo, I think it's pronounced, and the Book of Deacon, I'm not 100% sure what it is about, and I couldn't find what the names of the actual two books are, because it is a bind-up, I guess, of the first and second book in the series, but I'm not 100% certain. I'll just flick through my notes here and see if I found anything here. I don't think I did. No, I don't think I did find anything about them. I don't know exactly what it's about, but it looked interesting, so I downloaded it. The next book I got is Midnight Fire by Melody Ann, and it is book 1 in Rise of the Dark Angel series. So again, I downloaded this because it's an angel series. Then I got The SoulKeepers by G.P. Ching, and it is book 1 in the SoulKeeper series. I honestly have no idea what that one's about. Obviously souls, but I'm not sure exactly. Then I downloaded this book came with 4 books in the one download, and it is the Six Moon Summer series by S.M. Reine. Book 1 is Seasons of the Moon. Book 2 is All Hallows Moon. Book 3 is Long Night Moon, and book 4 is Grey Moon Rising, and I believe this is a werewolf series, so that should be interesting. And I have not read anything from that author, but I have heard some good things about that author, so I thought I'd give it a go. Then I downloaded Deep Blue Secret by Christie Anderson. It is book 1 in the Waterkeeper series, and again, this is something that I have vaguely heard about, so I was intrigued when I saw it there and downloaded it. Then I have Beyond the Night by Colleen Gleason, and she is writing as Joss Wire in this book series, and it is book 1 in the Envy Chronicles. And I've heard some really good things about Colleen Gleason. I do have a Colleen Gleason book back in my bookshelf behind me, so you know, I thought I'd give it a go. Then I downloaded A Dark Kiss of Rapture by Sylvia Day, and this is a novella from the Renegade Angel series. Again, going with my whole angel obsession, I downloaded it. And what better way to start the series than with a novella? Then I downloaded The Blind Date by Nikki Jaames. Not sure what that one's about, but you know, it seemed interesting, so I did it. Then I got Bound by Saito. It is book 1 in the Aurelia LaRue series. I think I pronounced that correct. I really am a shocker with pronouncing some of these book names and book authors. I'm really bad. I do apologize. Then I downloaded Death's Hand by Actually, this one here is another series that I downloaded. It was 3 books in the one download by Reine again, and it is the Descent series. So book 1 is Death's Hand, book 2 is The Darkest Gate, and book 3 is Dark Union. I'm not entirely sure what that one's about. I don't think it's a werewolf one because the other one's a werewolf book series, so I'm not really sure what that one's about, but I downloaded it. Then I downloaded Captured by Erica Stevens, A Job from Hell by Jayde Scott, and I believe The Job from Hell, and I could be completely wrong here because I've read so many reviews about all these books that I'm kind of mixing shit up in my head now, but I think The Job from Hell is about 2 waitresses who accidentally somehow open the gate to hell in the basement of the restaurant that they work in or cafe that they work in, and so now there is like demons on the loose, and so there's a demon hunter who has come to help them kill the demons and close the gate to hell. And that sounds like a really good book. Then I downloaded Sophie's Secret by Tara West, and it is book 1 in the Whispers series. Then I downloaded Dangerous by Suzannah Daniels, and I believe this is the first book in a series, but I'm not sure what that series is. Then I got Saving Wishes by G.J. Walker Smith. Again, I have no idea, but I do believe Saving Wishes is a book that's set in Tasmania here in Australia, so I definitely downloaded that because I love reading Australian books, and I honestly haven't found too many that actually are good. Most of them are pretty shit, but you know, we'll get on to that. Then I downloaded Before Midnight by Jennifer Blackstream. Then I got Defiance Rising by Amy Miles. It is book 1 in the Rising trilogy. Then I got 28 and a Half Wishes by Denise Grover Swank, and it is book 1 in the Rose Gardner series. And I believe this particular book is about a girl who I think is in her mid-20s, and she can see like visions of, I think, the future. And I believe she sees like a vision of herself being murdered or something, or her dying, and her mum ends up dying, and she becomes like the suspect of her mother's murder, but her mum, like, she didn't kill her mum, and so now she's created a list of things that she wants to have done before her vision comes true. So she has 28 and a half wishes that she wants to be able to complete before the vision comes true and she dies. So that's that one. Then I downloaded Into the Darkness by K.F. Breen, and it is book 1 in the Darkness series. And I'm just going to say, if I don't know anything about the book, I'm not going to bother going into it, but I will tell you information on the book if I do know. Then the next one is another one of those downloads that have multiple books in the download, and this one is from the Nice Girls to Love series, and there were 3 books in that series. Book 1 is Resisting the Bad Boy by Violet Duke. Book 2 is Falling for the Good Guy, and then book 3 is Choosing the Right Man. And I think those ones are contemporary reads. They're definitely not YA, but I think they're contemporary, so I wanted to give it a go and just see what they were like, and if I didn't like it, it was free and I can delete it. So yeah. Then the next one I got is The Fallen Star by Jessica Sorensen. And then the next 2 are classics and need no explanations, which is Frankenstein, I downloaded that, and Dracula, because I love those 2 books. I don't have those 2 books in hardback though, because I'm kind of holding out for like a really special copy when I see it. I haven't seen one that I liked yet, so I'm kind of holding out for that. Then I have Turned by Morgan Rice. It is book 1 in the Vampire series. No, sorry, Vampire Journals series.